Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a fun, lighthearted video, and I just want to do a will I buy it, purchase or pass, talk about some new releases. Some of them I got in the mail so I can show you swatches, tell you if I would have bought them myself, but I just want to do an easygoing video. I've been doing a ton of trying new makeup lately, and I just wanted to sit down and chat about makeup instead of actually applying it on camera. So if you're new here, I would love you to subscribe, and let's go ahead and begin. Everything I talk about today, I will link down below if possible, but I want to start off with a bang. This is something that I was absolutely going to buy. I did get them in PR and I am wearing them right now. So Tower 28, beloved Tower 28, one of my favorite brands, came out with 3 new shades of their lip and cheek tints. Essentially, I use them just as cream blushes, but you can use them on your lips, whatever you like to do. So these are described as a multitasking tinted balm for glowing lips and cheeks made with plant-based ingredients. There's 3 new shades, so 6 shades total now, $20 each. So here are the blushes. I did receive these in PR. If I wouldn't have received them, I would have bought them because I love the formula so much. These look quite dark in the pan, but I feel like they'll work with every skin tone. I did use a little bit of this one today mixed in with the peach one, and I love that there's darker shades. If you're tan, medium skin, even deep dark skin, if you look on the Sephora website, the models look absolutely incredible. I feel like anybody could use these. Just use a light hand if you're more fair, really build it up if you're deeper. The formula on these is so special because it works over powder or just no powder, whatever you want to do, but they're versatile in that way that they don't lift your powder. So I'm wearing 2 right now. I started off with Rush Hour, which is that really peachy, beautiful tangerine peach shade. This is what it looks like. Very emollient. So we have nice peachy shade right here. So I started off with that, and then I wanted to tie in a little bit more of the pink because I have kind of pink on my eyes. So I grabbed a little bit of After Hours. So it's really deep berry color, but I added a little bit of that pink tone to my cheeks, and it was just beautiful. It just added a little bit more of that like flushed look. And then the more neutral shade I'm really excited to try. This is called Power Hour. This one's just a little bit more of that neutral. There's not really peach in there or pink. It's just more of that, like, I don't know, bronzy color, but quite deep. These just blend beautifully. They're super easy to use. I've never had them lift my foundation. I highly recommend these. So I wanted to start off with a bang. Yes, I would have bought this if they didn't send it to me. Next up, we have a new collaboration. This is LYS Cosmetics and Steph Toms, and this is the new highlighter. This is called the Milk and Cookies Split Pan Highlighter. So this is gonna retail for $35. I do have 20% off affiliate code I can put on the screen, BabsBeauty, for their whole website. So it's a split pan highlighter, liquid to baked formula, a champagne pearl milk, and then cookies is a warm champagne with bronze undertones. I think this is available now. So this was sent to me in PR. So you have the lighter shade right here, then you have the more bronzy gold right here, and then of course you can blend them together. I was gonna use this today and I forgot somehow, but Ofra has really blinding highlighters. They're just a really easy to use formula if you like a really, beaming highlight. And I have to say the promo photos on this were so beautiful, absolutely stunning. Steph is beautiful, so I'm not surprised. So I will link this down below, but congratulations to Stephanie. I just think this is a beautiful sort of universal shade. I think she did a great job choosing colors that I feel like will work for a lot of skin tones. So next up, we have a new mascara from Benefit. So I was a little bit confused. They were sort of teasing like this new magnetic thing, and me and my friend were texting like, is it magnetic lashes, liner? Like, we didn't know what it was. So this is their new mascara, their Real Magnet Extreme Lengthening Mascara. Real magnetic technology for powerful length and lift, 36-hour wear, 40% longer lashes, won't smudge or flake. Full size 27 and the mini is 15. So I just got this yesterday. I used it today and I have to say it did really lengthen my lashes. It's a more dry formula, so it might not flake or smudge. I don't ever have that problem. I know a lot of people do, and I might not just because I set my face, so I don't ever have like transfer, but it's not like wet or clumpy. That's one thing I noticed, but I will say that this thing prickled my eyes. If you're sensitive to wands kind of poking your lid, this one a couple times, like I felt like my eyes were a little bit watery. Packaging is really nice. I think it's cute. It kind of goes with the theme. I don't know if I believe the whole magnet thing. I'm just looking for length, volume, stuff like that. But my first impression was good. It's not one that I was like, ugh, that didn't do anything. It actually did give me length. Lately I've been wearing just outer lashes, so it did do a good job. You can see on the inside of my eye where there's no falsies that it did lift my lashes and give me length. So I have high hopes for this, but I just don't know about the whole magnet thing. So if I wouldn't have got this in PR, I may have bought it just to try it out for you guys, but if I wasn't a YouTuber, probably not, just because I have a lot of mascaras I already like. The last thing I have in PR to show you guys that's new is the new addition to the watermelon family from Glow Recipe, the Watermelon Glow Pink Dream Body Cream. It's described as a creamy lotion of liquefied vitamin-rich watermelon seed butter, naturally smoothing hibiscus AHA, soothing watermelon, and hyaluronic acid for deep moisture. And it has that light pink coloring. It smells just like the watermelon products. I'm just putting some on my skin. I have to say I'm pretty lazy with lotion. I don't know what it is, and I don't like feeling lotion on my hands, but I'm just rubbing it in just to get a feel for it. It's not heavy like a body butter. It actually feels nice and light, has a nice slip to it, so it's not heavy and it doesn't feel sticky. It just feels hydrated. It is available now and it's $28, and you do get 8.4 ounces, so quite a bit of product. So now that I've gone over the products I actually have on hand, I wanna go on to stuff that maybe I'm ordering, I'm thinking about ordering, or I'm not into at all. So Sephora has been releasing a ton of new brands. Like, I'm actually shocked how many new ones. So let's start off with LYS Beauty. So this is Love Yourself. This is a Black-owned clean beauty brand, which is really exciting. I have to say I already purchased quite a bit of products. They are on their way. So in this collection, they released a matte powder bronzer, $18, fixed serum foundation, $22, higher standard matte cream blush, $16, gripping serum primer for $20, a setting powder for $18, and then a lip treatment oil for $12. So these are all available on Sephora. I ordered, well, I'm not gonna spoil it, I guess, because a Sephora haul is coming, but I did order quite a few products. I was really excited. I love the packaging on this, and I thought the price was really good, and of course, supporting a Black-owned business, so I was all about it. So a review and a haul will be coming on those products, but I have to say I was really excited when I saw this new brand. Another new brand at Sephora that I wasn't excited for was the Westman Atelier. So it's a super expensive high-end brand. Just looking at the products, which is really interesting because I'm a makeup lover. Anytime I see new makeup, I'm all about it. I'm the one that's on Sephora looking at the new arrival section every single day. But for me, something about this just isn't screaming my makeup style. It seems like a very natural makeup line, very expensive. And I noticed that sometimes when I've bought like super expensive, or when I've purchased super expensive like Chantecaille, La Mer, things like that, I don't know if I've found anything that really wowed me for the price. I tend to like kind of the high-end Sephora market, you know, Patrick Ta, maybe even a little Dior here and there, you know, some Gucci, but for some reason, the really high price tag kind of turned me off. And some of the products, like one of the things is a lip suede. It's almost like a little compact with different lip colors. It's $85. I just wouldn't use that. I would much prefer a bullet lipstick. So I just really was kind of not into this. I would try it if I had the opportunity, but nothing intrigued me enough, I guess, to make an order, whereas the LYS, I made a pretty large order. Another brand at Sephora, which I think is a clean beauty brand. This is the SAEI brand, S-A-I-E, SAEI Beauty. So this is available at Sephora, Canada, and United States, and they seem to have the same kind of natural vibes, almost like Glossier sort of vibes, but they seem to have quite a bit of highlighters. So in the line, there's a couple different highlighters, a tinted dewy moisturizer, they have a brow styling gel, a gloss oil, a mascara. So it seems to be very natural. Again, I was looking at this and I was sort of checking it out, and then I thought, Stephanie, you really don't use cream highlighters that much. Tinted, dewy, you know, dewy might break up on my skin. I prefer matte. So I'm keeping my eye on this one, but I didn't buy anything yet. And then another new brand that's also clean, which is sort of interesting. There's a ton of new clean beauty brands at Sephora. This is called Merit, Minimalist Beauty, clean, vegan, cruelty-free. So this one I, again, checked out, but it kind of gave me the same vibes as the Westman Atelier, but at a lower price point, just in terms of the products. So in this line, they had a cream blush. They also had a cream highlighter, kind of like in a stick or balm. Also some tinted lip oils. So again, very minimalist. I just don't know if that's my kind of vibe. And when I was looking at the blushes, they all seem to be very neutral. And when I go for a cream blush, I really like, you know, like a pink or an orange red. I really like those punchy colors. I think that's why I was drawn to the LYS. So I'll keep my eye on these brands, but I wanted to mention them all. And has anybody else been noticing Sephora's been doing more clean beauty? I've just noticed that there's quite a few new brands that are clean at Sephora. So next up, there's some new products from Marc Jacobs. This is a new Cafe Collection Spring 2021. It includes the Extra Shot Caffeine Concealer and Foundation, Conceal and Perfect Caffeine Infused Creamy Full Coverage Along Wear, so you can use it, you know, for concealer or foundation or both. 30 shades, $39 each, and then Omega 3 Powder Blush Bronzer Highlight Palettes, $49 each. So I actually did purchase the foundation and concealer to review for you guys. Again, if I didn't have a channel, I wouldn't have bought it just because I'm really happy with what I have. So I did buy that. It's on the way. And then I was really tempted on those palettes just because they look so beautiful. You know, the pink blush, the nice bronzer, and the highlight. But after seeing swatches and some reviews, I just ended up passing on it because I feel like I already have those in my collection. So really for me, I only went for the foundation to try, so a review will be coming. Next up, something I'm really excited about. I feel like there's kind of a lot that I'm excited about. I don't know. I'm kind of like, ooh, new releases. So this is new from Vive, which is Jamie Genevieve's line, and she came out with the Sunset Blushes. There's 5 different shades, 23 pounds each. It's described as a creamy blush that can be built from a delicate flush to a lifting block of color for a soft satin finish. They are available now on her website or Cult Beauty. So spoiler alert, I bought 4. Are we surprised? No. I have to tell you that Vive is one of my favorite brands of the year. I wear that eyeshadow palette like every day of my life. I love the lipsticks. I'm just really happy. The only thing I didn't love was the highlighter, but everything else I've been happy with, and I'm a blush fanatic. I love Jamie's aesthetic. It's just gorgeous. I just think she's so beautiful. There's quite an array of colors, and I went for 4 of them. I think I just skipped out on the deepest kind of mauve-y one, but I did go for like the deep bronzy one. Of course, the coral, the pink, and then the really peachy orange one. Very excited about these. They're on their way to me, so I will link them down below. So next up, there's a new eyeshadow palette from Violet Voss at Sephora. This is their Cherry Much palette, 18 cherry tones, $42. I have to say that I am kind of over this whole like the same palette, just different color story from Violet Voss. I'd really like to see them venture out and do something different, maybe some blushes, bronzers, something different than the same palettes over and over. I feel like they have a decent formula, but something about the packaging is not drawing me in, and I'm just not excited about it. I feel like they release a lot of palettes and they kind of just go under the radar. So I wish they would change it up. So for me, this is a pass. So there's some news here that Jaclyn Cosmetics is going to be coming to Ulta Beauty, will be available starting next month online in select stores. So I'm kind of confused by this only because she doesn't have, you know, a set collection of products. I feel like she did the lipsticks, which we all know how that went, and then she did the highlighters, which were limited edition. I tried those and I didn't like them. I know a lot of people like them. For me, something just, I don't know, they just weren't, the formula didn't look good on my skin. And then she did the Valentine's Day sets that sold out in like 2 minutes. So unless she has an arsenal of like 5 to 10 products that she's been holding back and they're all coming at once, I'm a little confused by that. So I'm definitely not counting out the brand as a whole. I know the lipstick thing was like really bad, but I bought the highlighters and gave her a second chance on that. So I'm interested to see what she comes out with, but I have to say, the Valentine's thing, I just had zero interest in, like absolutely zero. So I'm just wondering what she's gonna come out with next that's really gonna be innovative enough to really sell at Ulta. I'm curious to see. So I'll keep my eyes peeled on that, but it's not something that I'm like going nuts over. I'm just kind of like, oh, I'll watch that and see if I want to pick something up. So next up from Too Faced, we have a sneak peek of their new Teddy Bear collection. It's an eyeshadow palette, a face powder, which looks kind of highlighty, and then a lip injection gloss. So I will say that the packaging on the palette is really cute. It almost looks like you get 2 blushes in there with the eyeshadows, which isn't my favorite, but I like that they're doing something a little bit different. The packaging looks cute. If I did buy anything, it would be the palette. The bronzy powder, it almost looks like a really big highlighting powder, and then the glosses, I mean, I have like a million glosses, but I do think the collection is cute, something different. I wish Too Faced would release more complexion products because I feel like that's where they really shine. Like their Born This Way concealer is so good. I love the matte Born This Way foundation. Even their Born This Way loose powder was great. I mean, these are all like top drawer for me picks. So I feel like they do really well with complexion products, but I think they keep doing like the eyeshadows and the collections that I'm not as interested in. I will say that when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's cute. So I think the palette is cute, but again, I think they really shine when they do complexion products because those end up being, you know, favorites of mine. So I'll be open to try this. We'll do videos on it. But what stands out to me personally is the eyeshadow palette just because I think the packaging and the theme is cute. So a new product from Tatcha is coming and it's a makeup product. Say hello to the Silk Powder Protective Setting Powder by Tatcha. Talc-free setting powder that blurs pores, shields from pollution and blue light, and provides a translucent, soft, radiant finish. $48. It's going to be in the Trend Mood box and available on Sephora on March 6th. I'm interested in this. Sometimes I get PR from Tatcha, sometimes I don't, so I do end up buying a bunch. For me, I'm interested in, is it going to smooth my pores? That's what I'm looking for. That's really what I look for in a loose powder. I want something that's going to just really take the edge off of my pores right here. And that's how I use powder personally. I've had some hits with Tatcha and some that I didn't think were that great. So I probably would pick this up, especially to review, just to see if the claims really are there, if it really does smooth out my pores. And I think this would be great because it says it's a soft, radiant finish for people that have dry skin, probably. People that like more of like the hourglass setting powder that isn't super matte and flat, which isn't typically me, but I'm willing to give it a try. Also wanted to give a shout out to Danessa Myricks, who is now coming to Sephora. I am so excited for her. I have some of her products. I have to say her highlighter palettes are absolutely incredible. I recently did a trying new makeup and use them. So they're going to be available starting February 26th. If you're not familiar, check out her Instagram. Her makeup looks are just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I mean, she's a pro makeup artist. So think about like Pat McGrath kind of vibes, but her products are really unique. If you go to her Instagram, you can see kind of how she uses them all. So I'm very excited that will be coming to Sephora. So if you haven't checked out that line, definitely check it out. So we have another palette from Becca Cosmetics, and I have to say off the rip, no, I'm so over this. Like, I feel like we've seen this 87 times. So this is called the Sunsetter Face Palette, limited edition face and eye palette featuring all new shades of highlighters, blush, and bronzer, $39. I have to say this looks like the Chrissy Teigen. This almost looks like the Jaclyn Hill from like way back when. It's just the same recycled thing. I'm sure it's fine quality, and I am glad that it has new shades, or they're saying it has new shades. You know, but they all look the same. And I just feel like in this market, you've really got to pump it up and do something different. And they just keep like rinse and repeating. And I'm just not interested. Something I am interested in that just actually got delivered. This is new from Huda Beauty. And this is the Balm Brows Micro Shade Brow Pencil, an ultra-fine 0.9 millimeter tip, retractable brow pencil that precisely defines shapes and fills your brows using tiny hair-like strokes that give you the microblade look. $17 each. It looks like there's quite a bit of shades, 8 shades here. So this should have been delivered just now. It says it's also vegan, waterproof, transfer proof. I'm excited to use this. I have fallen in love with Vive Beauty brow products. They're super, super fine, tipped, just really innovative bushy brows for those of us that don't even have the bushy brows. So I'm excited to try this. The smaller the brow pencil, the better for me, because I really do like to do those hair-like strokes. My favorite is still the Vive Beauty one and the Precisely My Brow by Benefit, but I'm excited to give this one a try, compare it to the Benefit and see, you know, if it has a similar formula or if it has a finer tip, because I feel like people like me that don't have, you know, big bushy brows, we need like the finest tip possible. So I'm interested to try that. Another product I'm keeping my eye on, this is new from Dior, and this is from their Backstage family, which is one of my favorites. I love the Backstage collection. You guys know I've raved about the highlight palette and the contour palette. So this new product is called the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder. Perfecting translucent powder with blurring effects, matte with a natural radiant finish, long wear, a transparent gel base that is infused with soft focus micro pigments to blur and mattify, and mother of pearl for that no powdery finish. So you can use this as a finishing touch after liquid or cream foundation, or as a highlighter and bronzer depending on the shade and your natural skin tone. 10 shades, $40 each. I'm interested in this. I don't know if I would like it as a setting powder, only because anything that says radiant for me is not a setting powder, because that's going to bring attention to my texture. But as a bronzer, you can see in the promo photos, they've got the models wearing it as bronzer or just setting the face. It looks really pretty, and I'm so into the Backstage line from Dior. I think that's what's really making me want to try it. I don't know if I'll fall in love with that specific product, but I love the Backstage line so much, so I'll probably give that one a try. So Colourpop revealed a new Disney collaboration. This is the Colourpop Bambi collaboration. In this has 3 5-pan eyeshadow palettes, 3 eyeliners, luxe lip glosses, a pixie poof highlighter, and faux lashes. Will be available February 25th. I'm not into this. I'm not typically into like the Disney things. I don't know. For some reason, I look at makeup and I don't buy it for, I guess, like the packaging or stuff like that. I really like to use the makeup, and I buy it for the color stories or if I think I'm going to like it. I don't really think these colors look, you know, very exciting. The glosses, not my favorite from Colourpop. It actually gets really gunky on me for some reason. So I think that's a pass for me. And I just feel like Colourpop, again, is just like doing so much that I can't keep up with it. So next up is something that I'm actually eyeing. This is the new collection from Artist Couture. It is called the Ethereal Bloom collection. It has an eyeshadow palette with 8 shades for $30 and a Diamond Lights finisher, a lilac base with blue, purple, and pink pearls for $25. I have to say, I'm interested in the eyeshadow palette, and I'll tell you why. It reminds me of the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette, which I'm actually wearing right now. I tend to love just peachy pink colors in my crease, even purples, and this is like a pastel with a punch. They look like they have decent amount of pigment. They're not pastel to where you're like, I can't even see that. It looks like chalk. They actually look like they have some pigment to them. I just think it would be really pretty for spring for looks like this, just throwing like a matte color in my crease and then doing a winged liner. I'm waiting for it to come to Sephora just because I prefer to buy things from Sephora when I can. So I don't know exactly when it'll be available on Sephora, but I think it is available on their website now. But I'm watching for this one. I'll probably pick up the eyeshadow palette. So new from Fenty Beauty, there's a new Kilowatt highlighter in Moscow Mule, and this is for her birthday. It's a rose gold finish highlighter in a solo pan. Limited edition, available now, $36. I think it looks beautiful, but for me, it'd just be too deep for my skin tone, so I'll probably pass on it. My favorite highlighters from her are the duos, not necessarily the one pans, but I think it's really pretty. If you have a tan or deep skin tone, I could see it looking absolutely stunning on you, but for me, it's just too deep for my skin tone. And then to finish off this Will I Buy It today, there is a new makeup line coming in March. This is from Hindash. If you're not familiar with Hindash, he has the most beautiful makeup looks. He's a gorgeous, gorgeous makeup artist. I cannot wait to see what he comes out with. I have to say, I have fallen in love with so many makeup artist brands. Like Patrick Ta is one of my favorite brands. So I'm always excited to see makeup artists come out with makeup lines, just because I feel like they really know how to work with product and they can give us versatile products and actually show us how to use the products. So this is something that I am extremely interested in. I have my eye on. When they say March, I'm like, early March? Or like, are we talking late? Because I'm impatient. So I think that's everything for today's Will I Buy It or Purchase or Pass. Hopefully I talked about stuff that you were really excited about, new products that maybe you have your eye on or you already have picked them up. I will link everything down below. Please subscribe if you're new and let me know if you want more videos like this. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.